is going to be special. You know why? Because today I'm talking about the levels of dance: simple, moderate, and advanced. What level are you on? Or can you dance on all three levels? Do you combine them? What level do you think you on? So anyway, my other video, I talked about the 2 sets of 8 counts in dance, and I talked about how you have to listen out for the beat in music to help you be able to come up with a dance choreography. So I just wanted to talk to you very briefly about the levels of dance, so that way you can understand. Because listen, the levels of dance tells you a whole lot. The levels of dance tells you, what kind of music you're going to be playing, what kind of moves are you going to be, doing. So depending on what level you are, it really just says a whole lot. It says a whole lot. And so yeah. So one important thing to remember when making a choreography is who is your audience and what level are they on as far as dancing: simple, moderate, and advanced. Yeah, because when you're making a choreography, especially if you're making a choreography and you're going to be teaching it to others, it's very important to make sure you think about who are you teaching this to, what kind of audience, what kind of people, what type of students are you going to be teaching, who are you going to be teaching? Are they able to start out with moderate dance moves, or can they be advanced? So you have to just decipher between what moves are you going to make and what level it's going to be on. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense to you. That's very important. That's very important to keep in mind, because what will happen? Let me just give you a visual. What will happen if you are teaching a class that's just like moves that should be simple, but you're coming in there and you're teaching advanced? Okay, what's going to happen? What do you think is going to happen? They're going to be lost, of course. Yeah, they're going to be lost, because they don't understand it. First thing when you're teaching anybody, you should always start out with simple, and you work your way up. I don't recommend you go straight into advanced and then moderate and then simple. That's backwards. Okay. Let everybody get a feel of your dance moves and like how you're going to be dancing, and let them get a feel of how, let them get used to it first. Let them get used to, your teaching style, how you teach, and get an overall, feeling of the movements. Let them get the experience first. Let them experience some things first, because you can't start out advanced and expect everybody to get it. Everybody in the whole class is going to be lost. Everybody in the whole entire class is going to be lost. Okay. And especially, it's always good to make sure that when you are doing the choreographies, depending on what level it's on, it don't matter what level it's on, honestly. It can be simple, moderate, advanced. It does not matter. Always make sure you cue. Either use verbal or non-verbal cues. That's very important when you're dancing, okay? However you need to do it. You either say it or use cues, okay? Verbal and non-verbal cues are very important in dance, okay? Very important. Because you're communicating with everybody. You communicate with your students. You're communicating, letting them know, okay, listen, we're getting ready to go. We're getting ready to do a 2-step, okay? So 1, 2. 1, 2. And then we're about to turn around, okay? Let's turn around. But have you ever been to a class where you were completely lost and you didn't feel good? The whole point of dance, especially when you're dancing, you want everybody to feel great about it. You want your students to feel good. You want to feel good about it. And just have an overall great dancing experience. And most importantly, they had a lot of fun. So just keep that in mind when you're doing classes, or when or when you're dancing in general, because when you're dancing, somebody's going to want to know your moves, and it's going to be, great that you know how to explain it well to them, so that way they will get it, okay? Like I said before in one of the previous videos, everybody's dance style is different. Everybody's teach is different. So, when you're going to a class, just keep that in mind, because I know I've been to a lot of dance classes myself, and dance workshops where all of the different instructors were very different. Their teaching styles were very different, but you have to keep open mind, because that it teaches you a lot about dance, and it makes you have a great it lets you gain experience as an instructor. It lets you gain experience as an instructor when you see other instructors, and that was really helpful to me. So as I'm instructing my classes, because I was able to learn from other instructors. So just keep that in mind. Also, when you think about dance, when you think about simple, what is simple dancing? It doesn't have to be just a simple just a 1-2 step, just a 2-step. It's actually just keep in mind, when you think about simple dances, is what can people catch on to? When you're teaching a class and when you're making up choreography, if you say it's simple, it's on a simple level, how can, basically, when you think about simple is that everybody can catch on to it. When you talk about moderate dancing, moderate is, a step up from simple. So you can start adding a lot more moves into it. You can start being a little bit more intense. You can start adding a lot of different variations within your dance moves. And then followed by that is advance. Advance is, you're doing all different type of dancing techniques. You're adding so many different variations in there. A lot of the different moves are very complex, and it's moves that you're not supposed to catch on to that quickly, honestly, unless you're just really great. You just really catch on to the dancing concepts, and you're able just to catch on quickly. But that's not for everybody. So with advance, you're doing all different kind of complex moves, and it's a lot more harder than the other 2 levels. So, but that's just something to keep in mind when you are talking about dance, making up a choreography. Now, of course, if it's just you, it don't matter. You can do it at any level you want to. But when you are teaching it to people, when you're teaching it to other students, then you want to make sure that they're actually comfortable with it too, because it's more enjoyable when it's kind of simple and everybody understands it. That's what makes it more fun, because and keep in mind, it doesn't really take a whole lot to dance, but also you want to make sure that everybody's in your class is kind of being on one accord with you. Everybody's coordinated together when they're doing the moves, because that's the whole point of doing dance together in a class. So I just want to talk to you very briefly about it, and I hope that this helped you in some way. So when you're teaching a class or doing choreography, or when you're talking about dance, or music, all of it, like I said, all of this ties in together. So when you're thinking about it, you say, okay, so what level am I trying to teach this on, or what type of choreography do I want to make up, and also what kind of music is it? Because there's some music that you will dance to. I mean, the tempo is insane. Like it's super fast. I mean, it's super fast, and sometimes, depending on how you're teaching the choreography, you don't have to go into it really fast either. And I'll probably be doing a video on how like the beat fluctuates and like more in depth. But anyway, depending on the song and how fast the beat is going, how fast it is, just keep in mind that you don't have to go necessarily. There's a lot of different ways you can dance to a song that's really fast. You don't necessarily have to go extremely fast. You can slow it down, then speed it up, fluctuate. You know what I'm saying? So just always keep that in mind. And like I said, I hope this helped you. And see you in the next video.